I am going to make a key for Tubular-Lock. I have just received this hurdy-gurdy in the mail, and I need to test its calibration, or I guess its accuracy, to see if it needs calibration. So I've been contemplating my route to determine the key, and I've concluded that I shall decode with just the easy one. This is my A1 tubular lock pick. I could bust out this bad boy, the Peterson Pro 1 lock pick, but it's a motherfucker to decode. Way harder to decode than with this. I mean, perhaps I could pick open the lock with this, turn it a little bit, get the pins to sit on top of the shelf, and then decode with this. We'll discuss it. This is what I got in the mail, and it's the most complete hurdy-gurdy I've ever had. Has a registration card for the warranty, the instructions, and even it talks about the key blanks that were complimentary, and they still reside. Pretty cool. 2 of them, 2 key blanks made by A1, and they're even branded A1. The plastic is so barely used and untouched, it's corroded. We have all the other goodies. The small diameter spacing plate, the large diameter spacing plate, and of course the standard diameter spacing plate already installed and set up for 7-cut center. The bit is already inside and chucked up, so now we need to see if it's calibrated. Alrighty, and I'm currently just on depth 1, and I'll explain the function of this as we go. We have the decoding block for the lock pick. And the plastic almost went bye-bye. There we go. Where? There you are. Alright. So here's this lock, which is in fact locked. So I'll stick in a key blank. As you can see, it don't turn. So I'm going to stick in my tubular lock pick. It is currently reset and ready to go. Sometimes they pick easy, sometimes they don't. And I'll admit my technique is not all that great. Shit's getting real. I'm getting frustrated. There. Picked with the Pro 1. God damn it. Sorry that took so long. See, it's just slightly worked over. And now the Pro 1 is a real bitch to decode locks with. And so I'm just going to reset this tubular lock pick. And I'm going to sink it down. Because the pins are currently sitting on a shelf inside the lock. They're separated from the pin stacks. So there's no spring or tension on them. They're just resting. So when I push this pick down, the feelers or the probes get pushed up to the proper height for this to mimic a key. And so this is the perfect time to get it perfect. And so this is what it looks like now. Let me get this over here. Light over here. All right. So now it should behave as a key. And it does. Spin, spin, spin. All right. And so that's it for the picking part. All right, come here. I'm going to get it back up on the shelf. Get these nice and set. All right. So I'm going to decode it. First cut is 5. Second, first cut is 6. Second is 4. Six, 4, 1, 7, 3, 1, 7, 3, 5. 1, 7, 3, 5. 1. The ones are easy to see. Look how. Look at it. You see what I mean? And the 7's pushed all the way up. All right. So the bidding is 6, 4, 1, 7, 3, 5, 1. Now let's try to cut a key. Try to cut a key. All right, so I'm ready to cut the key now. Here's my key blank. It's the A1 blank that came with my hurdy-gurdy. Might as well. I've got my bidding, and I'm gonna just start to do it. So the hurdy-gurdy is currently set to a 7. See how the bit protrudes? I'm gonna reduce. Well, I'll keep it at 7, and I'll go ahead and cut position 1, 2, 3, 4, or space 4. Let me do that by putting it like this, so that the tip of the key points to space 4, and that'll align the the proper portion of the key to get cut. So here we go. It's now flush. You could hear it. You could hear that like swirl. That that's how you know. So I'm gonna reduce it and set it to space or depth 6, and space 1 is a depth 6. Get on there. Sorry, I just wanted to fucking manhandle it. Now reduce to 5. Space 6 is a 5. Hear that? Reduce, space, or depth 4, I mean, space 2. I almost feel like I'm being hindered by this rubber pad. 4. Okay, reduce to space, or depth 3. 7, 6, 5, space 5. I hope this will work so it's not for nothing. Okay. Depth 1. I didn't say space again. I learn. 1, 2, 3. Space 3 is a depth 1. So is 7. I think that's it. I think that's all my cuts. Where's my lock? Here it is. It's currently not lined up, so I've got to... Oh, cool. Didn't need to use a pick. Boom, shakalaka, boom. Oh, I feel like a nerd when I say shit like that, but I don't care. It worked. See that? And it's smooth. It's really smooth. This is good stuff. Very happy that worked. And it's buttery. So yeah, kind of a tubular lock picking tutorial. Used a Peterson Pro 1 to pick it. Used the standard push type to decode. Use this guy to cut. And we produced a working key from scratch. You know, that could open a Century safe or something like that. So I've just wrapped up the video. I'm actually editing it in the other room, but it came to my attention that I kind of skipped over something very fucking cool that I can show you. Haha! How to test the code of a tubular lock. So there are often codes stamped on the faces of like Century safes and stuff like that. We locksmiths can determine the proper bidding because we buy into a software program that takes code, translates it into biddings for a key, and then we produce a code cut key. Now, I made a video, you're watching it. This is going to be at the end, hopefully, where I decoded this with a pick, made a key, and it works. I mean, it works great. I'll show you. I mean, You're watching the video now, right? What I'm going to do though, is over here I've got the bitting. It's 6417351, same thing I just produced, okay? I've reset my lock pick, but I'm going to take my decoding block and I'm going to use it to produce a key. So the way you do this is our first position is going to be a 6. So we just find our first position and the number 6 spot, and you just push it down to where it's flush. Alright? Now I'm going to go quick, hopefully. Next position is a 4. And you want to do it gingerly so that you produce a nice results from the get-go. Doing a 1 right here. It's a little hard to do a 1. Such a minute space. Then we're going to do a 7. Push that poppy down to a 7 depth. And then we're going to do a 3. Okay. And then we're going to do a 5. Let's see, 5. And our last position is a 1. So now if I've done my job, which I hope I have, this pick should now be set up like the key. And it is. Voila. So there, that is how you can test the code of a lock without producing a working key first. Locksmith on.